with the nation of Israel. We need a commander-in-chief who understands the difference between our friends and enemies. And you know, you look the last 7 years at what has happened to the military. We've seen our military weaken. We've seen readiness undermined. We've seen morale of our troops plummeting. And you know, we've seen this happen before. We've seen another left-wing Democratic president, Jimmy Carter, weaken the military. And in January 1981, Ronald Reagan came into office. And what did Reagan do? Reagan cut taxes, he lifted regulations, small businesses exploded, created millions of high-paying jobs. That generated trillions in new government revenue. He used that money to rebuild the military, and we bankrupted the Soviet Union and won the Cold War. I intend to do the exact same thing with radical Islamic terrorism. We're going to pass a flat tax, repeal Obamacare, unleash small business, generate millions of new jobs, trillions in new revenue, and we'll use that revenue to rebuild this military so it remains the mightiest fighting force on the face of the planet. And no longer will our military be governed by political correctness. We will have a commander-in-chief who stands up and says to the world, we will defeat radical Islamic terrorism. We'll have a president willing to utter the words, radical Islamic terrorism. And you know, one of the most shameful aspects of the last 7 years has been a president sending our fighting men and women into combat with rules of engagement so strict that their arms are tied behind their back, that they cannot fight, they cannot defend themselves, they cannot win. That is wrong. It is immoral, and mark my words, in January 2017, it will end. America has always been reluctant to use military power. We are slow to anger. But if and when military force is needed, we should use overwhelming force, kill the enemy, and then get the heck out! So where are we today? We're 3 days from Election Day here in Missouri. This race started a year ago with 17 Republican candidates. A fantastic, young, dynamic, talented, what an array of candidates. What a contrast with the Democrats. Throughout the course of the year, we have seen the field narrow and narrow and narrow. Today, there are only 2 candidates who have a credible path to winning the Republican nomination, Donald Trump and me. 137 delegates to become the Republican nominee. I have 362 right now. Donald Trump has 461. He is 99 ahead of us. Nobody else is remotely close. Here's where we are right now. What we are seeing is we're seeing Republicans uniting behind our campaign. If you're one of the 65 to 70% of Republicans nationwide who recognize that Donald Trump is not the best candidate to go head-to-head with Hillary Clinton, that Donald loses to Hillary Clinton. And by the way, if we nominate Donald and lose to Hillary, we lose the Supreme Court for a generation. We lose the Bill of Rights. Our children are buried in debt. Opportunity goes away for the next generation. If you're one of the 65 or 70% of Republicans who gets that Donald Trump loses to Hillary Clinton, I would point out to you that our campaign is the only campaign that has repeatedly beaten Donald Trump and that can and will beat Donald Trump for the nomination. At this point, we've beaten Donald not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 8 separate times, from Maine to Alaska and everywhere in between. So let me speak to the good people of Missouri. Maybe you started out this campaign supporting somebody else. Maybe you were supporting Jeb Bush or Chris Christie. Maybe you were supporting Rand Paul or Mike Huckabee or Carly Fiorina or Ben Carson. Or maybe now you're thinking of supporting Marco Rubio or John Kasich. Now listen, all of those are good, honorable, decent people. I respect and admire every single one of them. But at this point, none of them have any path to beating Donald Trump. So if you were or are supporting someone else, I ask you right now, if you don't want to see Donald Trump as the nominee, if you don't want to see Hillary Clinton as the next president, come join us. We welcome you to our team. Missouri is a battleground state. Let me tell you where we are right now in this state. We are neck and neck with Donald Trump here in the state of Missouri. It is a dead heat. It is effectively a tie, which means what I want to ask is I want to ask every one of you on Tuesday, come out and vote for me 10 times. Now look, we're not Democrats. I'm not suggesting voter fraud. But if every one of you gets 9 other people to come out and vote on Tuesday, you will have voted 10 times. And you know, if you're not yet old enough to vote, if you get 10 other people to come out and vote on Tuesday, you will have voted 10 times before you turn 18. And I want you to look around here. There are about 3,000 people gathered in this gym. If every one of us here gets 9 other people, that is 30,000 votes. That means the men and women right here can control the outcome here in the state of Missouri. That's the voice, that's if we stand together, we will win this nomination. We will beat Donald Trump, and then we will win the general election. We will beat Hillary Clinton, and then we will turn this country around. It took Jimmy Carter to give us Ronald Reagan. And I am convinced the most long-lasting legacy of Barack Obama is going to be a new generation of leaders in the Republican Party who stand and fight for liberty, who stand and fight for the Constitution, and who stand and fight for the Judeo-Christian values